Today I'm going to be showing you an insane build for Python that can easily obliterate the entire Vulgus. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it or it helps you out in any way, and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. We're so close, guys, like so close, like my baby mama calling me for child support, but I won't answer. Alright, so we're in the training laboratory and I went ahead and spawned the level 100 Legion of Immortality just to see what this gun does. We're hitting about 36,000, okay, on a weak point. Now this thing just kind of shreds their health pretty easily. I mean, I really don't see a problem with these guys anymore. This freaking gun is so good, dude. Look at this. What? Come on, man. This gun is beautiful, especially on Freyna. Okay? It's absolutely amazing. Now I also did notice this. Check this out. When spawning in the Order of Truth, these guys for some reason take way more freaking weak point damage. Look how weak this is. Boom. 92,000. Boom. Oh, that's a critical hit. Hold on. Boom, 92,000. Look at that. And then just shred. These guys aren't a problem. Hitting those weak points. You definitely want to do that with this gun. It is mainly a weak point weapon, and I'll show you why here in a second. This thing is just insane. These level 100s are nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. Alright, we got the Legion of Darkness. These are the guys you face in the Kingston defense, okay? So this is going to be about the damage that you're going to do if you ever try and go to about wave 17, 18 plus. These guys are going to be pretty meaty. But with this gun, it's not really going to pose a problem at all. Especially if you can get that toxic to prop, it's going to make a big difference in damage and just melt everybody along the way. Now I do want to mention this, okay? So you know how we hit that weak point? Boom, 36,650 damage. Well, check this out. Whenever we go into our inventory and check out our Descendants and go ahead and switch and main Sharon with this weapon, she has a natural skill that increases damage when enemies are not targeting you. So if you do that, our weak point goes up to 42,000. That's a lot more damage per second, okay? That is a huge boost. Like, why for this character? You know, that's just what it is. But you can get these kind of numbers with Sharon using this gun. That's why I went ahead and put on some, I wanted to get the toxic attack roll. Unfortunately, these aren't the perfect rolls. I was trying to get something really nice, but it ended up not being so good. So we got recoil, firearm attack, rounds per magazine, and toxic attack. What I definitely recommend you to put on is weak point. Okay, one of them weak point damage, of course yellow because that'll be the highest tier. Firearm attack, just like this one, the second one below. You definitely want some toxic attack just because this weapon does have the prey, the unique ability. I'll show you here, unique ability, prey. Okay, it gives a toxic resistance -1%, so you'll do more damage, especially against enemies who are naturally just weak to toxic. And for the last fourth one, you definitely want rounds in the magazine. If you can increase the magazine capacity, I'll show you the mods here in a second, we get it to 44, but because of this blue here, because of the blue rounds per magazine, it bumped it up from 44 to 47. Now it's not a gigantic difference, okay? You might want to roll for something else, but if you can get that yellow one and get a couple more bullets in, when you combine them all together and check out the Freyna build, okay, having expanded weapon charge and concentrate ammo, you'll get a little bit more ammunition for Freyna's fourth ability. That could be a huge game changer in doing damage. But using this gun and having a little bit of toxic attack definitely does go a long way, especially when you use Sharon. You just get these weak points like crazy, like they just melt. So if you guys are a Sharon main, I mean, it's definitely going to have you added in the bonus. You see we're doing about another 10,000, 12,000 extra weak point damage per shot with her. And remember the targets, let's go ahead and take a look at it. The targets have to specifically be not challenging you, not paying attention to you, not caring about you. So here, the very bottom of the Assassinator skill description. When attacking, increases damage against enemies who are not targeting the caster. So what this does is it adds a 15% outgoing damage increase when attacking non-targeted enemies. That's pretty good if I say so myself. Now we're just going to take this weapon into the hard mode Executioner. We're going to start a private match here and just check out the damage it does. Woo! Alright, so we're just going to shoot him. Dang, doing good damage, man. Good damage. The only bad part, again, about fighting this Colossus here is that this gun really isn't too strong. You might be better off with a tamer. But another loss is definitely going to be ammunition. So this thing runs out of ammo really fast, like insanely fast. So having to deal with this guy and then you're just shooting them down. You also have to worry about either your teammates or yourself killing these fishers to hopefully drop some primary ammo for you. So it's definitely not the best gun to be taken by itself against the Colossus. The damage is nice. Solo with a team, of course, is going to do a lot less, but it's actually not that bad, man. Like, it's pretty good. Checking out the build for itself, let's check out the mods here while you're looking. The fixed shot for -8% recoil and weak point damage plus 2%. The have aiming for weak point damage plus 40%, minus 20% in your accuracy. The rifling reinforcement, of course, this is just a general mod. Action and reaction for firearm attack plus 61 and recoil plus 20. sharp precision shot, which is amazing. So while pulling the trigger, fire rate plus 4%, recoil minus 5%, and firearm attack plus 6% every 0.5 seconds up to 10 stacks. That's crazy, 10 stacks. So every 0.5 seconds, your fire rate's gonna go up to about 40%. Your recoil is minus 50%, and your firearm attack is going to go up to 60%. Huge bonus on damage there. You do lose about 20% fire rate, but that's okay. Expanded weapon charge just for a little bit more ammo. This helps the magazine, and it also goes well in combo with sharp precision. We got consumed magazines just for some more weak point damage, but I mean that reload time modifier if we wanted to level it up. Just to reload a little faster we can. We have plenty of space. The weak point aiming for more accuracy and more weak point damage. Target detection for firearm critical hit damage plus some more weak point, and then the main mod here, weak point sight for 35% increase. I'll let you guys look at the mods there. If you need to pause it, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and press tab on the weapon info, and you can see here the firearm critical hit rate is 5%. That is terrible. And the critical hit damage is 1.7. But our main focus is not going to be the critical hits and critical damage. Burst is okay at 10. The attribute status effect trigger rate is 3.5. So I don't really recommend you throwing on one of these toxic enhancements or fire enhancement mods because you're hardly ever going to see them proc. You're better off just throwing this build here, playing Freyna, or even Sharon for the extra weak point damage and just going to town with it. What we can see under the attribute status is our weak point damage is 3.66. With no mods on, let's check this out. I'll show you real quick. I was just doing some tests with this. With no mods on, absolutely completely, the weak point damage starts at double the damage. That's crazy, which is why I built it for that. Complete weak point here. So just make sure when you're using this weapon, it is main weak point damage. So you want to just be focusing on the weak points of the enemy, which is usually the head, or for some of the Legion of Immortality, it's the eye, the center of that robot figure looking thing we did from the training. I appreciate every single one of you taking the time to watch this video. If you guys could drop a like, I'd appreciate that, as well as subscribe to the channel for more of the first Descendant content. Oh, and if you guys are interested in how many catalysts I used on this Python here to get this build, I used 5. I leveled up to 40 6 times, and then catalysts 5. And as well as if you're extremely interested on how to get these mods, like let's say for instance, I mean these all probably have common drops except for sharp precision shot. You're like, how am I going to get that? You simply come over here, press M for your local map, wherever you are, Albion, it doesn't matter. Come over to access info, then modules, then completely search it here. So we'll type precision, and there it is right there. You want to get it for the general rounds, or you can get it for the specials, or for this one, we definitely want to get this mod. So you just press F for acquisition. That was right there at the very bottom. Press F, and then you'll see you can get it from the hard battle of Obstructor, or you can get it from these other missions on either normal or hard mode. You don't have to get up to Obstructor. Don't worry about that. This is not where I got this to drop. But remember to stay safe because the world without you is nothing.